Now hear me out. I promise you this isn't a basic video where you learn surface level tips. Instead, it's diving into 10 swaps I painfully executed over time. Not always convenient, not always fun, and honestly not always consistent. But here's what helped me when I started my fitness journey. I've been on my journey for well over 5 years, okay? And these are the ones that keep reoccurring. Whenever I fall down and get back up, I bring these swaps back. It's the awkward ones that no one talks about, the truth people ignore, or they make excuses to not change. Remember, you can't see change if you don't change. This is gonna be uncomfortable. I hope you take away some tip or swap that you can add to your life. Whether it helps in your fitness journey, maybe your goal is to put on muscle or lose fat. Maybe you want to have a better perspective, a healthier relationship with you and others around you. Or maybe this will just simply motivate you to move your body. But I'm telling you right now, we're not going to be the surface level tips, okay? So let's get into it. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Hi, hello. I cannot think of a better way. I've missed you. I've missed you so much than to make my comeback to YouTube, than to discuss these important little things. And they're little things that add up to big things. And I wanted to kind of start off in this type of episode because a lot of you guys have seen I'm a series girl, okay? Usually I do Fit Girl Fall, I do Fit Girl Summer, I don't even know. I'm always on some journey. I'm always trying to better myself and challenge my body. So I've been doing fitness. I've been working out for over 5 years, okay? These are always, whenever I fall off or whenever I need a reset, these are the swaps that I bring back into my life, and like literally write these down. Like, Gina, take out a pen and write these down. And every time you're like, I need a little reset, literally check box all these swaps, okay? So with that being said, do not forget to like and subscribe to YouTube channel, and let's get started. We are going to do 5 training swaps and then 5 nutrition swaps, okay? We are starting in training first because why not? So the first thing in training that I swap, that is a game changer, and it could be controversial, but I get rid of like machine exercise focus workouts, okay? I really try not to rely on machines, and I'll explain why. Instead, I swap them into more free weight exercises, more compound movements, more barbells, free weights, whatever you want. You're not just focusing on one certain muscle group. Typically machine workouts, that's what they do. And that's great. If you're like, I want to work on my triceps, that's fantastic, Gina, go work on your triceps. But for me, I'm trying to like bang for my buck, right? Like I'm trying to work multiple muscles at the same time. So that's what you do with these compound movements, with these free weights, is maybe you're using your core, your trunk to hold you stable while you do a squat with your glutes and your hamstrings, and then you do a press. There's so many factors into weightlifting when you focus on free weights or barbells, whatever it may be. Also, it's fantastic to work on not only your balance when you are lifting, but also your mobility and your flexibility. And I'm going to say this once, and I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to say it again, and everyone's going to tell you this. Why do you still have it in the back of your head? And that is thinking weights will make you bulky, okay? Ladies, listen to me. In order to get bulky, you need to be either in like a crazy calorie surplus or just eating a lot of protein, and you have to have a progressive plan. So keep in mind with that. Yes, you can get bulky, but it's incredibly hard to get bulky. So Gina, I'm just calling someone Gina. I don't actually know a Gina. Pay attention. When you're lifting, you're not going to come out looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger, okay? It's going to take a lot more work if you want to look like him. Instead, maybe your chest presses and your shoulder presses are going to make it look like you have a snatched waist. You're going to look like you have some pecky tatas. 3, I struggled with my finger right there. That is perfection. Stop expecting perfection in the gym. I train so many ladies. When I see them fall off of working out, I'm like, hey, Amber, you weren't at, maybe the gym for a week. What happened? She's like, I just didn't have time. I had only time for 30-minute workouts. And I'm like, we could have still gone to the gym, or we could have done it at home. We could have just, subbed something. We could have just condensed the workouts down. So instead, swap for consistency. I know that's annoying, but literally look at yourself right now. If you haven't been going to the gym, is it because you felt like you didn't have time, but you could have? Like maybe it could have just been 20 minutes, whatever it may be. Anything is better than nothing. So even if it just gets you to the gym to walk, at least you're teaching your brain this is something we do. This is a habit. Just like it's a habit for your morning coffee, it's a habit for watching Netflix or reading a book. Make this a habit. That's the key, is like you don't need to make it feel like a chore, and stop expecting perfection perfection because nobody is perfect. 4 is, dude, quit the long steady state cardio thinking you're going to get crazy results, okay? They're just time consuming and they're annoying. And stop going on the elliptical for that. I'm such an elliptical hater, okay? That may be also a hot take, but like I really cannot stand the elliptical. I think it like does the work for you and you're just like this lifeless body moving on it. So instead go on the Stairmaster, break a sweat, right? So the swap is maybe incorporating more high intensity. And you don't always have to do it. And don't get me wrong, long steady state cardio is fantastic for heart health, endurance, but there's some power to incorporating high intensity into your workouts, right? They're annoying, they suck, we don't love them. Let's Google some high intensity workouts. Let's try and just implement it once a week, twice a week, and get comfortable with it. But I'm not gonna lie, they're not fun. Whoever said burpees were fun, crazy. Lastly is this old habit that I used to do, and it was treating it like a routine that I had to do every day. And what I mean by this, because it is a routine you have to do almost every day, right? Like movement in general, not necessarily weight training, but movement in general every single day is fantastic for you. But I would treat it like I had an hour-long meeting or an hour-long like school class, like boring. Nobody likes that. Instead, make it fun. Add some spice. Go to Pilates. I don't know, grab some coffee. Like give yourself a little treat. I'm very much like a reward. Like I want rewards, right? For doing this. So if you're gonna go for a long walk, grab some coffee with it. Forces you to go to the walk, okay? And then you're caffeinated. This is why I'm a hybrid athlete, is what I say. And that just means I'm not just doing the same mundane routine of weightlifting every single day, running every single day. I don't like those niches. I don't like putting myself in a box, and you shouldn't either. If you're bored of weightlifting every day and it feels like a chore, switch it up, become a runner, try high intensity, join a class, become a yoga student. I don't know, okay? But like, switch it up. All right, we're getting into nutrition. This is my number one thing. This is my downfall, is nutrition. Training, I'll be there or I'll be square, okay? Nutrition, I cannot be bothered sometimes. It's like my Achilles heel, okay? I don't know about you. Comment down below what's the hardest thing for you in your fitness journey and like what's your Achilles heel, because mine is nutrition. Yes. So the first old habit that I always have to break is extremes. What I mean by this is I will look at my macros, or I will maybe go out for breakfast and I'll get a donut. And then I'm like, well, I'm not going to track the rest of the day, or well, the whole day has gone out. Like I quit and I'm just going to pick this up maybe in a month when I'm upset with myself. No, instead, give yourself days off. If you can give yourself days off of work, you should be able to give yourself days off of clean eating, whatever it is, right? Like you only live once. Jaina, eat the donut. Like live your life, and then maybe later on make sure you get some protein and stop with the extremes. If you are sitting here right now thinking, Sav, yeah, the last time I decided to go on a fitness journey and then like I just ate really poorly and then I didn't have time. I just fell through and like I'm done with nutrition. No, be gentle, be kind to yourself. We don't need the extremes. 2 is blindly eating. And this could be maybe a hot take, but listen to me. I understand that not everybody wants to track macros. I used to be someone that didn't like to track macros, and I don't track macros at the moment, but I think there's some power to understanding what your body needs, right? So this isn't just calories, this is macronutrients. You all can research it. We have Google, we have ChatGPT now. Research, educate. Like it is so important just to know what our body needs for not only if you have a goal and a physique goal in mind, but also just for everyday functioning. Like if you're really tired, it could be because of your diet, right? So instead of me before, I used to just blindly eat, and every once in a while, like if I don't track, I'll do intuitive and I think it's great. But then I'm like, I don't remember how much protein I should be having. And I don't remember how much carbs I need. So it's just good of rule of thumb to like be educated on that, and also just look into what you're eating. But like I said, if you don't like to track, you don't have to. You can still see progress and you can still see success without tracking. But I do think there's some power in just the education itself in nutrition. And we're big girls. We have Google. We can look at this now, you know? And like, I don't mean that to sound harsh. I just think it's like, I tell myself that before. I was like, well, I don't know how to track macros. All I had to do was Google it. And like free education right there. Next habit is processed food. Okay, don't get me wrong. I love my lasagna. I love my Trader Joe's. I love their orange chicken. I love processed food. Say it with me. You love processed food, especially if you're American. But they don't always like make you feel good. There's a lot of additives. Like if you can read the ingredients and you're like, I don't know what that is, maybe we shouldn't be putting it into our body. I just think big food is very scary. And don't get me wrong, I still eat some processed foods and it is my cross to bear. But I try to really swap into that 80% whole foods based diet, 20% processed food, junk, whatever it is, right? So if I can opt in for something that's going to be, maybe I just have to meal prep it ahead of time instead of, grabbing a TV dinner. Is that even a saying anymore? TV dinner? I don't think so. Lean cuisine. I don't know. Instead of just something that's frozen and there's a bunch of weird additives so it doesn't go bad immediately, I just try to plan a little bit in advance and prep out my meals and make sure they're fresh ingredients. And I go once a week to the grocery store. And don't get me wrong, it's hard to always try and have fresh food or whatever it may be, and if you're busy, but if we can just try and move that percentage a little bit more to whole foods, I think it'd be great. And no, I'm not talking about the store Whole Foods. That's way too overpriced, okay? I just mean Whole Foods. I'm gonna pop the description. 4 is midday snacking. Hear me out. Some people actually, there are studies that some women, some body types actually take well to having multiple meals throughout the day, multiple small meals. So the snacks are good for them. For me, I'm a midday snacker because I'm bored. I work from home. So I'm well, I would love something to eat right now. And I'm not hungry because I'm not willing to eat an apple, or I'm not willing to cook something. So instead I reach for the chips and salsa. That's my downfall. I love it so much. Okay. And every once in a while, eat your chips and salsa, of course. But for midday snacking, I swapped it into sparkling waters, LaCroix, teas. And it literally was just me and my brain needing a variation, something in my mouth that surprised and excited me. Okay. That sounds really weird. I don't mean it to be. Literally, it's a game changer. Buy your favorite teas. At the moment, raspberry black tea is my favorite. I put some milk in it. It's delicious. Or buy some LaCroix, some Waterloo, some Spindrift, whatever you want. No, they're not sponsored. Of course, if you're hungry, snack for sure. But just reevaluate, is it out of boredom or are you actually hungry? And usually I'll have the Spindrift, I'll have whatever, and then I'll reevaluate and then I'll go make a snack. Last but not least, once again, we're talking about the snacks. I told you nutrition is my thing. I used to be a late night snacker so much, okay? Don't get me wrong. There's nights that I make my Ninja Creamy, I make my ice cream, I eat chocolate. I love it, okay? But I try to not do it every single night. And I really try to cut back on the late night snacking. So what I do is after dinner, once again, sparkling water, teas, whatever it may be, just so I have a different taste in my mouth, a different flavor. And I feel it's a nice little treat. The limoncello LaCroix is delicious. I love it so much. Really, this has helped me with my sleep as well. I am somebody that I go cuckoo at night. And if I eat right before bed, it's extreme cuckoo-ness. Ask my husband. I have delusions, everything. My dreams are crazy. So this hasn't only helped me with just nutrition in general, it's helped me with sleep as well, but that always plays a part when you're trying to be in your fitness journey. So just try and swap it for LaCroix, a fun little treat. I even will have Olipop. That's so delicious. Try and swap it. And then if you're still hungry, go grab a snack. But sometimes it's just the habit of grabbing the snack. If you fall into the place of popcorn every day after, I don't know, dinner, whatever it is, it's just easy to fall into that. So that's my 2 cents. I hope you guys liked this video. Please comment down below if you did, if you want more of these little tidbits. But with that being said, do not forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time.